He was the best among retired agents, able to expose a professional spy's location using nothing but a discarded soda can, then take him out with ease. His intelligence was unmatched, often turning enemy trackers into bait and luring them straight into his traps before finishing the job. He even took the time to warn those who worked in the shadows. But this time, he faced the greatest challenge of his career, a woman who had fallen for him. At first, Mike only planned to grab a quick meal, but on his way home, he ran into a police checkpoint. He calmly put on his glasses, smiled, and tried to look as harmless as possible. The officer checked Nancy's driver's license as routine, but strangely insisted on seeing Mike's ID, even though he wasn't driving. That's when Nancy lied, on purpose.
Officer, my husband and I have lived in this area for a long time. Is this really necessary?
Why would she cover for him, unless she already knew who he really was? As Mike weighed the situation, he decided not to arouse suspicion.
I'm gonna ask you both to step out of the vehicle.
He pretended to cooperate and slowly got out of the car, all while gripping a knife tightly in his hand, ready for anything. The two officers were talking quietly, but at 70 years old, Mike couldn't make out what they were saying. Still, his instincts told him one thing clearly: Nancy could be trusted. It turned out to be only a precautionary plan. No blood was shed. When he finally returned home around 10 that night, Nancy invited him in for coffee. Mike tried to refuse. His line of work was dangerous, and he didn't want to drag her into it. But after years of living alone since his wife's death, the loneliness spoke louder than reason, and he couldn't bring himself to say no. The next morning, Mike was still asleep when Nancy woke early to make breakfast. That's when she noticed a crack in the window and a silenced pistol lying on the floor. This was no ordinary opponent. Unlike the agents he once knew, this one was ruthless. Every move meant to kill. The assassin was a professional. Eddie, as it turned out, had once served alongside the director of the federal agency, but he knew too much, secrets the director couldn't afford to have exposed. To protect his reputation, the director publicly sent agents to capture Eddie, while secretly hiring a killer to silence him for good.